Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Meg's Movies. If you are new to this channel, this is basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, so I just want to start off by saying thank you so much guys. I am now at 1,500 subscribers. Yes, I've reached another big milestone and it's all thanks to you guys, and I really hope you continue to enjoy the content, and I hope you enjoy the videos that I post. I want to apologise for not posting last week as well. I didn't post at all last week. That's simply because I'm doing a lot of shifts at work now, so I decided that I was going to take the week off before I got into my even more hectic week, just to sort of like take a breather. But I'm back now. Obviously, like I said, I am going to be a lot busier now for the next couple of weeks. So there might be some days where I post, there might be some days where I don't. But once it's calmed down at work, I'll then be posting a lot more continuously. But getting on with today's video, I've decided to give you guys my top 10 favourite Disney Channel original movies. Now, starting off by saying a couple of things. For one thing, I have not seen every single Disney Channel original movie. There's a lot of older ones that I haven't seen, and there's some newer ones I have not seen. So, to be honest, the top 10 that I have here are more of like the 2000s, 2010s, couple of 2020 maybe, something like that. So there's not some of the older ones in this just yet, but I do plan on doing a massive ranking once I do eventually watch all of them, to let you guys know what the official big ranking is. And then I'll do a proper top 10 list later on down the line. And basically with this top 10 list as well, there are some in here that are the first movies of franchises. Now, they may not actually be my favourite of those franchises, but that is because I am going to be doing a ranking of them at some point in the future when I get around to watching them. Kind of like how I'm watching Descendants at the moment to work on a ranking for that. So, for example, I've got Descendants 1 in here, but that's not my favourite. But that's because I don't want to spoil my rankings for the franchises. So it's just the first movie of a franchise. But yeah, also, question. If you've watched Disney Channel original movies, is My Babysitter Vampire a Disney original movie or not? Because I have heard very mixed things. So let me know in the comments. So I've kept that one out. But yes, I'm going to move over to the side so I can put the posters there, and let's get into my top 10 Disney Channel original movies that I have seen so far. Okay, and at number 10, we have Zombies. I remember the first time I watched this whole franchise, and I struggled to get into it. Maybe it's because of the whole cheerleading side of things. I don't know, because I'm not exactly massively a preppy person. But I've grown to love this franchise more and more, and hence why this is at my number 10 spot. Because the films I felt like have gotten better with each one. I have done a ranking on my channel for the Zombies films that we've gotten, but when Zombies 4 comes out, which I believe is next year, I will do another ranking then. But so that's why I put it at my number 10, because it's not my absolute favourite, but it's also one that has grown on me. And so the franchise, I feel like they keep getting better with the movies, so who knows, maybe the fourth one might be better than the third one, or it might be better than, or it might be worse, who knows. But yeah, so number 10 is Zombies. Then at number 9, we have Teen Beach Movie. I do enjoy both films. They are fun and entertaining, but like I said, if it's a franchise, I will put the first one up first. But yeah, Teen Beach Movie, yeah, again, kind of like with Zombies, I did enjoy it, but not as much when I first watched it. But then as I've watched it more and more, it has grown on me. I will say I do like the Disney Channel original musicals that we have on these. I mean, a lot of these are actually musical ones, so. But Teen Beach Movie, it gets you in the summer mood, you know, and Cruising for a Bruisin' is one of my favourite songs. I really enjoy that song. A couple of songs don't feel as catchy, but they are still fun. And it's a cute little summer movie. Obviously, the plot is very weird, but I do like it. It's a fun little plot. So this is why it's at my number 9. Okay, and then at number 8, we have another summer movie, and that is Camp Rock. I grew up on Camp Rock 1 and 2. More so 1 than 2. Just because I had a lot more memories with Camp Rock 1. So it stuck to me a little bit more. but I do enjoy both films. Yeah, again, it is a fun little franchise. It's kind of like Teen Beach Movie in a sense. It's that summer movie, you know, it's the one that you put on because camps remind you of summer and things like that. Demi Lovato played our lead character, and then you've got the Jonas Brothers in this as well. So the Camp Rock is a fun little franchise, but with the three that I've just spoke about, they're the ones I don't really return to that often. Like, I will watch them. I mean, for example, I haven't watched Camp Rock 1 or 2 since... a couple of years now. But when I do watch them, I do enjoy them. So that's my number 8. And then at my number 7, we have Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie. I really enjoy this film. I think it's a really good sort of like midway movie, because this was before we got the finale and things like that. And I really enjoyed the TV show. So, of course, when they did do the movie, I did watch it. And I like the plot. I like how they dealt with things. And it was sort of like, you sort of got a glimpse of what a wizard competition could be like. And kind of got to see how the family works. And I do really enjoy Wizards of Waverly Place. I will be watching the spin-off show that we're getting. Is it spin-off or sequel series? Whatever you want to call it. I will be watching that. But the Wizards of Waverly Place movie is fun. The effects in this is really good as well, with like the whole magic and everything. It certainly ups it from the Disney Channel actual movie? No, TV series, sorry. Like, it is a lot more... It's like a fun little adventure we go on with the family, and we get to see them sort of like deal with magic and sort of like how they would cope with things. And it's... So, it is also one of those ones where, because they're going on holiday, you could count it as a summer movie, in a sense, I suppose. I think so. But no, this, especially the ending of this film, it does make me tear up a little bit. Like, during the certain climax scene, it does make me tear up just that little bit. But it is one that every time I do watch it, kind of like with the others, it grows on me every time. But from Wizards of Waverly Place onwards on this list, these are all movies that I return to a lot more often. And at my number 6... Yes, my eyes are gone funny. At number 6, we have Lemonade Mouth. This is such a unique film. It's a bunch of kids in detention come up with this band, and they end up just becoming this most popular band in school. They're taking over from the other band that's there. So it is your typical high school group rivalry thing, but it is fun. And the music, oh my god, I love the soundtrack in this. It is, you've got To Terminate, Living on a High Wire, you've got She's So Gone. Oh, I love She's So Gone. Whenever I feel down about myself, She's So Gone is one of the songs that I listen to sort of like boost my confidence up. But there's a lot of catchy songs in this, and this is one of the Disney Channel original movie soundtracks that I enjoy, and I do return to listening to them. Especially Living on a High Wire. That's a song that comes in at the end of the movie, like during the credits. So I would recommend that if you have not watched Lemonade Mouth, stick around for after the credits, because then you can hear Living on a High Wire. But the cast is amazing. You got Bridget Mendler, Adam Hicks, Hayley Kiyoko, I think is how you say her name. And you've got Naomi Scott, who we then get to see as Jasmine in the Aladdin remake. So there's a lot of really good cast members in this, and the characters are enjoyable. You feel bad for them at a certain point when things just go wrong for them, left, right and centre. So it is one of those going up on a high, then you hit a low, but then you go back up into a high again. So it is one of those movies, but it is fun. Okay, so now into my top 5. And at number 5, this might surprise some people. Girl vs. Monster. Yeah, I don't think many people talk about this movie that much, but I enjoy it. Whether it's because it's the supernatural kind, and it's sort of like it's dealing with your fears, and there's this girl that has no fear, and then all of a sudden it's like she's got all this fear coming back to her because the monster that made her so scared has come back out, and she has to deal with that. And it is a very weird film. I will give it that. Some of the monsters aren't all that great. But it's a fun supernatural film, and it's one I do tend to watch over Halloween. It's one of my non-horror movie watches that I try and watch, maybe. I do add it to the list. Whether I get round to watching it is another thing. But there's some catchy songs in this as well. There's one sung by the villain, which is quite fun. And then you've got Fearless. Yet again, another song that I use in my confidence playlist. Like, it's one of those ones where it's like telling yourself to be fearless, and it's confidence boosting. And so, and the fight scenes are fun. There's a couple of fight scenes in this, and yeah, very weird film, but fun nonetheless. Okay, and this one might actually surprise some people completely. Number 4 is High School Musical. Now, I will be completely honest here. Throughout high school, I was obsessed with High School Musical. I loved it. I was listening to the songs on repeat. I was lip syncing to the songs. I was saying the lines. I was watching the films on repeat. But there's been a couple more movies since then that I've enjoyed just a little bit more. But High School Musical will always have a special place in my heart because I grew up with it. I grew up with Troy Bolton, Gabriella, Sharpay. Oh my god, Sharpay is so funny. I love Sharpay. But all 3 movies are absolutely fun, enjoyable to watch, and I feel like they got better and better. I know a lot of people class High School Musical 3 as more of a cinema movie because it did actually come out in the cinema. It didn't go to Disney Channel. But let me know if you agree with that, or if you're on the side of it still counts as Disney Channel movie even though it came out in the cinema. It's actually the only one that's come out in the cinema. Yeah, that is the only one that's come out in the cinema, which is quite funny. But High School Musical, just all 3 films, I have memories, I have songs that I get stuck in my head. Like, I love all of them. And High School Musical 2, yet again, another summer movie. It is all about going on summer break and having jobs during the summer. But the songs, oh my god, the songs are so catchy. Like, from High School Musical 1 to 3, there is always songs in them that I enjoy. And I do feel like with each movie, I enjoy the soundtrack more and more. So, High School Musical, Kenny Ortega, you did an absolutely amazing job with these films. And Zac Efron got his start in this. Oh my god. Zac Efron, you are so adorable. I love you. Troy Bolton, I had a massive crush on him growing up. So, still have a crush on Zac Efron now. Anyway, number 3 is one I don't know if many people have watched. So, let me know. And that is Avalon High. Now, the reason why I enjoy this movie so much is because it's all to do with King Arthur and the Round Tables. And I like things like that. I love movies that are based around that mythology. I mean, I've watched the Merlin TV show, and there's some other ones that have come out that I really enjoy. And I love the history of King Arthur and all that. And I like how they tried to do a modern twist on it. I like how they did that. And this was one of the non-musical movies on this list, because a lot of these are musical movies-ish. But it's fun for me. I enjoy it. I don't think many people have actually spoke about this, and not from my point of view anyway. But Avalon High I do return to pretty often, not gonna lie. I did watch it, I think it was last year. And it was fun to re-watch that. So, Avalon High, pretty one of the underrated ones, I think. The next one is Kim Possible, So the Drama. Yes! I had to include in Kim Possible film. Why not? I don't know if Stitch in Time counts as a Disney Channel movie, but when I've looked it up, this is the only one that comes up, so I've gone with that one. But Kim Possible, what can I say? Call me, beat me if you want to reach me. Yet again, another thing I grew up on, Kim Possible, was my childhood. And I joined this movie. This movie is badass, and it's fun, entertaining, and it's just overall a good time. So this is the only animated one on my list. Yeah, my only animated one. But if you haven't watched the movie, you should, because it's a cute little movie. It's better than the live action one we got. I'm going to be completely honest with you here. But Kim Possible, So the Drama. Love it. But my number one has to be Descendants. I really enjoy this franchise. If you haven't watched my Rise of Red review, go and check that out. I'll put it at the end of this video if you go and check it out. But this whole franchise, I love it. I mean, the idea of the villains having kids, and then we're getting to learn about these kids and how they are, and with each movie there's certain developments with all the characters, and I really love it. The songs in this are catchy because, yet again, Kenny Ortega. Oh my god, Kenny Ortega, you're amazing. But yeah, so the soundtrack is good, the dancing is fun, and with each movie, except for the fourth one, I will be completely honest, the soundtrack I don't love as much as I do the first three movies. But with the first three, the soundtracks are just, like, there's so many songs that I enjoy. And yeah, again, kind of like with High School Musical, with each one, there's more songs I enjoy compared to the previous. But no, Descendants is a fun little franchise. If you want to get into Disney Channel original movies, Descendants is a good place to start, because it is, as bad as it sounds, it's based on a Disney IP. It's based on villains, the Disney villains having kids. And with each one, we're getting introduced to new kids and different parents and things like that. So I would say if you want to get into Disney Channel original movies, start with Descendants. Such a fun film. Both the first, second and third one. Fourth one is okay. Like I said, I have done a full review for it, so go check that out. But Descendants, a fun little universe, and they keep growing it, so we'll have to see where it goes. But as of right now, that is my top 10 favourite Disney Channel original movies. So, like I said, I am working on watching all of them. I mean, things like Halloween Town didn't make my list, but that is because I've only watched that film like once or twice. So, it's one of those that it might make my top 20 for Halloween Town. But say, like I said, there's a lot more I have not watched. So, keep an eye on my channel at some point. Because there's about 100 odd Disney Channel original movies, apparently, according to the list. But also keep an eye out for my Descendants ranking, which I'm, fingers crossed, hoping to post either Sunday or Monday. One of the two, because I've just got 2 more of the movies to watch. And then I can give you guys a proper ranking of all 4 movies. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also notification bell down below to be notified when I post. And also leave me your comments and thoughts on the Disney Channel movies. Which one is your favourite? What's your top 10? I'd like yours as well. If you've seen more movies than I have, there might be some on there that I've not seen. Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!